Zach Sang and the gang.
It's Zach Sang and the gang hanging out in the studio with Mason Musso. Hello, sir.
How's it going?
How are you?
Doing pretty well.
Life is good for you, man.
It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day.
In the neighborhood.
Life is good.
Right there.
I mean, Metro Station
Yeah.
is your band.
That's right.
And is it just you now?
Yeah, I mean, I brought in a few new players.
Okay.
And I still work with Blake Keeley, the original keyboardist, and Anthony Proger, the original drummer. We still jam out a lot.
Blake, he's super talented.
Yeah, my new single is actually written with him.
Very cool.
Yeah, New Every Time I Touch You.
Very
It's
cool.
out today, actually.
Nice.
So, yeah.
That's
Yay.
huge. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, so you literally, I mean, so it's not the original Metro Station that everybody, knew before. It's not the Shake It Metro Station, right? Or is it?
Well, I mean, it's definitely evolving. When I wrote Shake It, I was 17 years old, so I've definitely grown up since then. So it's definitely a mature sound. So yeah, it's different.
Very cool. I mean, I would say that Metro Station's Shake It was probably one of the most popular songs of that, generation.
It was a phenomenon for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
sure.
huge. You're probably still making money off of it every year.
People still like it.
You definitely make a teacher's salary off it every year. I know. I have friends who have those songs and they make a lot of money.
So
when you
tacky, Jack.
when you get something, when you are blessed and with something like that, it's great. It's
But
amazing.
Is it a blessing and a curse in a sense? Because that was such a huge song.
Sure.
How do you follow that song?
That's a good question. I don't think anyone can ever I can never recreate that.
Yeah.
But I think that's the most important thing about music is that it should always evolve. It should always be different. Who wants to listen to the same thing every day for the rest of their lives?
No,
Absolutely.
I agree.
Also, I mean, so Shake It, one of those songs come
Sure.
along and it's all over the radio. And like you said, it's a phenomenon. I mean, not every artist gets to experience what that feeling is like.
No.
What was it like knowing, like, okay, we got this song and it's just moving on its own now? We got one.
It's a whirlwind. I mean, I was only 18, so it was like, it's you start doing something, and then labels are interested, and then they're like, okay, sign this right now, and you're like, okay, I'll do that. And then, luckily everything worked out, but I don't know. It's kind of a big haze to me,
Yeah.
actually.
A lot of artists say that. They're like, I can't really explain. I don't remember
But
a lot
I
of it.
do remember it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So,
But
it was
I think one of the most amazing things is that you really built a brand, and you
Yes.
stayed true to that brand, and you stayed loyal to that brand, and you fought for that brand up until now. Because
Right.
we were doing research and we were looking on the internet and stuff
Sure.
About kind of everything that's happened prior to
Sure.
now. I mean, could you give us a little bit of insight? I mean, I can go and tell your story, but I feel like it's cool coming from you.
I started the band when I was 17.
Yeah.
Got the players together, and then from there, it's one of those band stories. Members change and things happen, and especially when you're a little kid, it's wild. You're basically you're married to the band, and that can get a little stressful, and sometimes people want a divorce.
Did you guys have guidance?
Guidance in what way?
I mean, was there someone there, reminding you what an amazing opportunity you had? Because I feel like if there was someone there, you guys wouldn't have broken up.
No, not really. It was kind of more like, do this,
Yeah.
and which is amazing. And we were with Columbia Records for a long time. Amazing people. I love everyone over there. We were signed by this wonderful woman named Maureen Kinney, who signed MGMT as well.
Oh, wow.
Wonderful lady. But after a while, ego kind of gets in the way.
Yeah.
My first manager always said, what will break up a band? Women, drugs, and ego. And let's just say one of those had to play a part in that whole thing.
Yeah.
But the great thing is, I'm still doing it. I been Metro Station from the beginning, so
See, I
rocking
think
it.
that's such loyalty to me because you went to court and you fought for the brand and you fought for the name.
I'm not really able to talk about it,
Yeah.
but
I mean, I'm going based on the internet.
I won. So
Yeah.
yes.
Woohoo!
I mean, that's awesome.
Thank you.
I like that to me gets credit. I mean, that's pure loyalty.
It's it's a lot of work, and when it's my baby, and when you're passionate about something like that and you create it from the ground up, you're not gonna let anybody take that away from you.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that
that's
is
great.
really, really
Thank you.
cool.
Thank you.
That's credit, man. But
Thank
you
you.
really could have gone and you could have just
Gold star for you.
you could have just come up with a new band name, and then it probably would have been a lot less stressful and a lot less pressure,
Absolutely.
and probably a lot easier for you to do. You know, you wouldn't have that stigma of Shake It on you.
No, but again, it's my child.
Yeah.
And, I'm just gonna.
Don't abandon it.
I think
Absolutely not.
Zach would sell his child for pretty much anything.
I mean, maybe like $1 million, but if my child could bring in $1 million again, I mean, I'd keep him around.
I think the thing too is it's all about the fans, and just giving them a second record. I think that's what they really want.
Very cool. So tell me about the single, and just tell me about
Sure.
the evolution in a sense.
I wrote the single with Blake Healy, I guess maybe 2 years ago, and since then, I was saying, I've grown up a little bit, and so the song has been, fine-tuned, after that amount of time. But it was a great experience. Me and Blake, even in the beginning, we always wrote everything together for the Metro Station stuff, and I thought that was important, having him back in. He's married now. He has a baby. I don't think he really ever enjoyed the road. He was he wasn't really into it. But he's super happy now, and, we still hang out. And he's got a beautiful kid named Stella.
Oh.
Yeah, beautiful
Very
girl.
cool.
Beautiful
Now,
girl.
you want this single to give Stella a college education?
I hope so, sure.
Yeah?
Sure.
I mean, tell me about the single. Just tell me about the sound. I mean, and tell people about I guess it is a little bit of a new sound.
Absolutely. I think, especially with this song, Every Time I Touch You, it's more up in your face.
Yeah.
I think it's even more dancey than before, and
that's saying a lot.
yeah, yes it is. Yes it is. And just rocking out a little bit more. I don't know. I guess it's up for it's for the fans to decide, really.
Very cool. Well, I like it. I was giving it a listen to it.
Thank
I
you.
think it's great.
Thank you, Zach.
And no, I liked it. I like the new sound. I give you so much credit, man. I
Thank
really,
you, sir.
I think that's awesome. So you have the album EP.
Mm-hmm.
What's the deal?
The EP is called Middle of the Night, and it's released on August 20th. And the single
Okay.
you can actually get right now on iTunes and everything.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Sure.
So I know that one of your former band members, he was very much, I'll say to me, like the face of Metro Station. Well, a lot of, I don't know. That's just my opinion. Do you ever, when you were going through this process, were you like, wait a second, were you nervous that maybe people wouldn't want to see Metro Station without a certain member?
No, because it's music. It's
Okay.
not about the face. It's about music. And for me, I wouldn't do it if it was about anything else.
Cool.
You know.
I respect that. I just
Thank
was
you.
curious.
Oh, of
'cause
course.
you know,
hey, this is y'all's show. You can ask me anything.
that's what he said before we started the
You did
interview.
say that, and I kind of grilled you, but not really.
No,
I mean,
it's
we
all
had a
good.
respectable
That's
conversation.
all good. Seem like a nice guy. You seem like a nice lady.
We're very nice people.
We are.
It's just when I get really interested in something and I take like a genuine interest, and it's not every day. I mean, we were literally talking about how many people have come in here before. I mean, literally thousands of people. Maybe 30% of those people we actually care about. We have a vested interest in.
I don't speak for yourself. I care about everybody.
No, I mean, I found everything really interesting, so I really just wanted to know a little bit more about it, and I just credit, man. That's awesome, and the new sound is fantastic.
Thank you very much. I
Now-
really appreciate that. I'll definitely give you guys a copy.
Oh,
For sure.
please. And now,
Absolutely.
touring, is it live show? Do you have music? You have obviously have musicians, but
I
it's just
do.
gonna be you.
It's going to be me and two other members.
Okay.
I have a incredible drummer, and I'm also doing like this whole new kind of like live action light show.
Cool.
Yeah, kind of what Kanye was doing with
Sweet.
his new Black Skinhead.
Oh,
you guys
God,
seen that with the
yes,
wolves
yes,
and stuff?
Yeah.
I
So
saw
kind of
that.
putting on that kind of thing.
Okay.
I think that's important for shows nowadays to really be a show.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, does it make you nervous, making these band members principal players in a sense, because you don't want to go back and, get screwed over like the last time?
Well, that will never happen again. But
Because you know.
exactly.
Because you know what happened.
Exactly. I mean, when you don't make the same mistake twice, I guess.
Now, what precautions are you putting into place this time around that you didn't the last time?
I don't really have to put in precautions, really. I mean, I really I love to meet great musicians and find good people, and that's really all it's about. I don't really have to worry about anything, really.
And I think loyalty is a big thing.
Loyalty is a huge thing.
Yeah.
And you find these two guys loyal?
I find them loyal, for sure.
I feel like loyalty, it ends at a certain point. There's things that take, precedence over loyalty.
Well, it's good
Like
to know,
what?
Zach.
Money.
Money is
Ego.
Money is definitely.
The root of all evil.
Well, you can do a lot of good things with it if you decide to. But
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
You could also ruin relationships.
Absolutely.
And I think money's a big factor in everything you do, especially in group things.
Well, what sucks is like, I'm in the music industry, but at the end of the day, it's a business.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
it's totally a business, and it's cutthroat and like anything else. And I try to, the best I can, stay away from all that and just make good music and get it out to the fans.
Yeah.
I
I mean, the good music is always what wins. If you're like,
Exactly.
how do I win? How do I overcome whatever I'm going through? How do I, get all this? Just make good music, and if people want to hear it, it wins.
I agree. You need a Maroon 5 thing. Nobody else knows the name Maroon 5. I just know Adam Levine.
There you go.
Metro Station. All I need to know is Mason
There you
Musso.
Look at Journey.
Yeah.
Very true. That's very true.
So, you have to. Are you touring soon? Do you have dates yet?
Doing like a little few gigs, like
Okay.
festivals and stuff before
Cool.
the EP comes out, and then doing a full length tour once the EP's released.
Do you like being on the road? Do you like life on the road?
I grew up in it, I guess.
Yeah.
It's all I know, really. I do love it. It can be very stressful sometimes, and of course, everyone likes to be home and see their friends and everything like that. But honestly, I'm so blessed to be able to see the world. It's definitely wonderful for sure.
It's fun. Now, are you doing this record on your own, or are you signed to a label?
Right now, I'm just doing it on my own.
Awesome.
I'm just doing it on my own. Just doing everything, rocking it out, man.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Is it all done by you? So it's you have full creative control
Yes.
for the most part.
All creative control is mine.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Now, how is your vision different? Creative vision's different now as of before. Now that you don't have people breathing down your neck,
Sure.
telling you that this is what we think would sell, this is how we think it works.
Good question, Zach.
For me, it's more just making it. I want it to be more futuristic.
Yeah.
My music video, actually, the music video for Every Time I Touch You is out right now over on Vivo and stuff like that.
Okay.
And it's kind of got like this Blade Runner feel, so I'm kind of going for that, kind of like a Blade
That's
Runner.
cool.
Yeah, like Harrison Ford and Blade Runner. It's kind of like my vision.
That's it.
What's your
And
vision?
I think the greatest part is you can have any vision you want and nobody can tell you that it doesn't work.
That's the thing, Yeah, just making good music.
You could say I want to cross between Barney and SpongeBob, and you can make a cross between Barney and SpongeBob.
Sure.
With a little rock edge in there, and you can do it, and nobody can tell
Sell
you
it to
that it
Nickelodeon, make $1 million. There you go.
Zach to a connection to Nickelodeon.
sucks. yeah, it tests.
That's a very good idea, Zach.
I mean, thank you. How's your brother's with Mitchell?
Yes.
So how is he? I haven't seen him.
He's
in years.
fantastic. He's really good. He actually just booked a movie called Sins of Our Youth.
Okay, cool.
He dies in it.
Oh, nice.
Uh,
Cool.
I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to tell anyone that yet, but it's the first time he's dying in a film. Yeah, but it'll be very interesting to watch. It'll be very interesting
Yeah.
to see.
I love
He's a
it.
great kid. He's still he's on Phineas and Ferb. I don't know if
Yeah, he's still doing
he
stuff
still
with
is Phineas and
Disney.
Ferb. Yeah, all the time. All
And
the time.
he was hosting something. He had the prank show.
Sure, the mouse is wonderful, man. He's a good dude.
No, but that's awesome. He's doing well.
Yeah, he's doing really good. He's doing good.
Now, is he still doing music too?
Yeah, he does stuff here and there. But I think he's really just been focusing on doing movies and stuff like that and auditioning. All that jazz.
did
I don't
that
really know that world, so.
No. Did that idea ever come into your mind? Maybe I can do something with Mitchell?
Absolutely.
That'd be pretty
We
cool.
talked about it.
Really?
We talked about it a bunch. I mean, we hang out pretty much every day when I'm in California, but it's one of those things, in time probably, something like that.
Do you see
I think people
yourself?
would love that.
I agree. Do you see yourself getting into the acting world, playing other characters?
I have done a few acting things.
Really?
I kind of lied. I do know that world a little bit. I was on the show Arrested Development. I had one line on
What?
that. Yeah.
Which,
yeah.
what, how,
He's just
what
recently
episode?
obsessed.
When? Who did you talk with? Who was in
I
your scene?
stand up. It's when I don't know the show that well. So like the main girl is like she's in a wheelchair, and she's like pretending to be in a wheelchair or something.
Oh, yes.
I stand up and I say, "Somebody get her a cupcake." That's my claim to fame. That's my line.
What's
right there.
the daughter? What's Lindsay Bluth's daughter's name?
Oh, I don't know.
It has to be her.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's in a school,
Came to
right?
me, just came to me. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna look for you now. My boyfriend and I are obsessed. I'm gonna go back and watch every episode and
I'm
find you.
super young. I think I'm like 13 or something.
Oh wow,
like
that's
that.
awesome.
That's
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Yeah. My family, my parents just got us into brought us out to California. The American dream, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
But it worked out all right. It worked
Yeah,
out
you guys
pretty
are doing
well.
okay for
Yeah,
yourself.
we had some good folks.
Yes.
Good parents for sure.
So when did Mitchell start on Hannah Montana? Because that was his thing.
Wow. Man, I was 16, so I guess he was
13, 12?
Yeah, 13, 12, something like that.
Because he's around my
young,
age.
really
How old is he?
He's 22 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching. Yeah.
He's been doing it a long time.
Dude, he's been with them forever.
He's a worker, man. He's a tough guy for sure.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane. And did he do music with them, or he did on his own too?
Yeah, he did actually.
It was with them a little bit, right?
Yeah, he did a few things like a good friend of mine also, Tiffany Thornton, who was on Disney Channel. I think they did a song together.
She's great too.
Yeah, she's awesome.
a really nice
her
girl.
husband, Chris Carney's a good friend of mine.
Wow, everybody's connected.
They are. It's a small world.
Yeah.
Well, I know a few of the guys from Big Time Rush. Those
Do you?
Kendall and Logan. I've known those kids since I was like 14.
Kendall's been here.
Did you come from Texas too?
Yeah, I'm from Texas.
Everybody came from Texas.
They're all from Texas.
Kendall wasn't from Texas.
He's
Kendall's from
from
Connecticut.
Yeah, no, I think he's from Arkansas.
Is he?
I believe so. I could be wrong.
Logan's from Texas.
Logan is from Texas.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So everybody's connected.
Yeah, it's a very, very small world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know one. No, I know everyone. I'm just kidding. No, I'm super excited for everything that's going on with you,
thank
man.
you.
Yay.
Congratulations on everything.
Thank you for having me on the show.
Thank
for
you
real.
for coming
Please,
by.
the new single, it's on iTunes now, Metro Station. Credit for you, man.
Appreciate it.
Bravo,
Oh,
dude.
thank you.
Bravo.
Bravo.
Oh, thank
no,
you.
bravo.
Mason, thank you so much for hanging out, man.
Thank you for having me.